seems like such a long time ago that Kanye told us he sucked his cousin's penis.
Oh my God! I thought you meant. I literally thought you was gonna say since we had about this song, right?
He just told us he gave his cousin fellatio just the other day, but it seems like so long ago.
Oh no! It does.
So much.
Shannon Sharpe stole all the thunder.
Took all the steam.
He's gonna tell us he sucks Shay Shay off next.
Why would you? Not another accusation.
He's got to get his name back in the headlines.
Let's get to the latest with Lauren.
Man, I feel like I ain't never talked about Unc this much in my whole life. And Unc is Shannon Sharpe, for those who don't know.
Nobody talked about him this much.
That's sad.
Yeah,
that man has been out here doing great work for the last couple of years. The fact that you said that says a lot.
Whoa.
The fact that you said that says a lot.
He ain't never been in the media every day.
Are you
just saying?
Because I've always said that Shannon Sharpe was who he was. I watch and we report on Club Shay Shay all the time up here. But what I'm saying is we've been spending a lot of time, sir. That neck is involved in the conversation too.
You can try to spin it, but just think about what you just said.
Anyway, since the Cat Williams interview, let's say that
we talked about your interview in here. We talked about a lot of Club Shay Shay, but we're going to continue forward, okay? Because what the piece that we're about to talk about right now is Donnell Rollins' son's mom. Her name is Stephanie George. She used to be on Bad Girls Club. She came out and posted a video basically calling Shannon Sharpe's BS for a conversation he had with Donnell Rollins about her and her age. Let's take a listen.
Really wanted to address something that has really been bothering me for the past couple of months. My son's dad is a comedian and an actor, and he did an interview with a man by the name of Shannon Sharpe on his podcast. Now, on that podcast, Shannon Sharpe did a lot of digging, and my son's dad and I broke up over 6 years ago. For him to ever try to bring me up or a family dynamic or the age gap is very, very shocking to me. Now, last night I was on Threads and I saw his name trending. And, he's being accused of really horrific things. The girl was 19 when it started. Wow, you were really projecting. You went digging and you found the fact that we have a huge age gap and you highlighted that and you tried to make fun of it, but you were actually really living that life, if not worse. I just feel like if you live in a glass house, please don't throw stones.
Now, a lot of these moments have begun to go revival where anything in dealing with age, conversation, women, whatever, of course, people are going back and are grabbing clips and are recirculating. Now, this clip, even the Monique clip when she was telling Shannon Sharpe about young girls and not dating them. Now, the conversation that Stephanie George is talking about with Donnell, we have that as well. Let's take a listen.
She's so young that she could pop out. Yeah, I'm like, 20. She 23. Donnell, 20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Donnell?
That sounds crazy.
You like them young, though. Nope. Don't do that. I don't like them young. I like what I love. Yes, she's a lot younger than me. But that's what it was. Why you hating on me?
Where y'all meet at? Forever 21?
You know what?
I'm just trying to figure out that.
Where you meet a 23-year-old at? Because hey, 23, I think I'm a couple of years older than you. I go 33. So I just need to know.
Wow.
Damn,
so moments like that is what is recirculating.
By the way, that moment right there, that means all jokes about Shannon Sharpe are fair. I don't care what you say. Yeah. All jokes about Shannon Sharpe and him with the 19-year-old are absolutely fair.
And that Donnell Rollins interview was January 15th of this year.
And she probably felt the way because he was cracking jokes, and then, like she said, you can't crack jokes and make it seem like you look down on it, and then when your mess come out, it's like, oops. Damn.
Yeah. Well, the internet is interneting.
That's also why you can't just do what your producers tell you to do. Like when you're in these interviews and you're in these conversations, like the things that you say have to be coming from you and coming from, what you believe in your heart. You can't just be saying what's on your card and what your producer tell you to do. Well, you should ask him about this, then you should make jokes about that. No, they got to come from you.
Yeah, I mean, the question was there, but he thought it was funny. He thought he could crack jokes.
I was ready to say, I don't even think that was like a call from the producer. I think Shannon just went and just had fun. He thought it was funny.
But why would you do that if you know that you like
That's
young
what
girls?
But he didn't expect to what he into to come out. Like he didn't expect for his stuff to be put on Front Street.
He always talks about liking
younger girl. But younger in 1920 is, it's younger, but it's the gap is the gapping.
Yeah, he just didn't expect for nothing that he got going on to come out. All right, cool.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. Hey y'all, it's Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club. Sorry to interrupt, but y'all know how I do. So I'm here to talk about Top Dog Law. Y'all hear Top Dog Law all over your radio, and I know by now that if you want top dollar, you should also know this. you gotta call Top Dog Law if it's about your car accident. Don't let these little family lawyers finesse you into a little check. Shouldn't nothing be little this season. Remember, for any serious accident, injury case, Top Dog Law gets you top dollar. So make sure you call today to find out what your car accident, your slip and fall, or your construction accident case could really be worth. And calling Top Dog Law is completely free also. It's free for a consultation. Call Top Dog Law today to see if your case is eligible for compensation with no money down. So make sure y'all go holla at my dogs, no pun intended, over at Top Dog Law. That's Top Dog Law on Instagram and topdoglaw.com. Now, let's get back to the Breakfast Club. Well, speaking of people sitting down and having some conversations, Michelle Obama, her podcast, have you guys watched any episodes?
No, I've seen a couple clips from it going viral.
Yeah, I've seen clips.
So good. She just had a conversation with Taraji P. Henson, and of course they get back into more in detail about her deciding not to show up with Barack Obama at certain things, and that leading to people thinking that she was, having issues. But before they got into that conversation, they talked about the power of no, and Michelle Obama talks about her going to therapy and learning the power of no. Let's take a listen to that.
I had to convince myself that I had done enough. After all that I had done in the world, I still felt a guilt that maybe I needed to do a little bit more. I'm at this stage in life where I have to define my life on my terms, and going to therapy just to work all that out. Like, what happened that 8 years that we were in the White House? What did that do to me?
Yes.
Internally, my soul, we made it through. We got out alive. I hope we made the country proud. My girls, thank God, are whole. But what happened to me?
Right.
Right. And going through therapy is getting me to look at the fact that maybe finally I'm good enough.
I didn't even realize the time, y'all. We don't even have time for the second clip. We're going to have to bring it back in here. But that power of no and going to therapy is what she said made her say, I'm not going to none of that stuff I don't want to go to. Inauguration, Jimmy Carter, the funeral. She didn't want to do it. She just didn't want to do it. She didn't have it in her to do it.
I wonder how that dynamic works, right? Because that is your husband. And sometimes in relationships, if you are married, I'm sure Charlamagne and Jess, sometimes you don't want to do things with your spouse, but you do it because it means the most to them or they have to. And I'm sure the same thing with you. I'm sure he doesn't want to go to some things, but he has to because you're his wife.
Yeah, but your boundaries are your boundaries. And I don't care if it's your husband. I don't care if it's your wife. If you don't want to do something, you should not have to do it. Especially something like that.
Yeah, but it's boundaries. But if you're the ex-president and you're showing up and I have to go, I would think my wife would be like, just take it on the chin and be like, I'll go too.
I want to bring this back in the next
hour.
hour.
What if she don't want to?
But wait,
a lot of
let's
things-
hold this for the next hour. I want y'all.
I think that's being a couple.
Because, listen, there's more, because she also talks about how people get on her when she make her own decisions, even to talk about her relationship and not going these places, and they drag her for it. Let's bring this back in the next hour, because I knew y'all would have opinions, because all of y'all be going and having to do stuff y'all don't want to do.
We'll get to that next.
You are so right, Lauren.
Where you had to go recently?
You pick avocados. Huh?
Wow.
Yeah, whatever.
She said she was at the flea market yesterday.
No, it was the farmer's market. It was the
farmer's market.
Exactly.
The flea market.
That's some farmer's market.
Picking avocado, drinking tequila. Y'all crazy. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Check out video of the full show on Tubi. Free. Classic interviews and more on Tubi every day, all day long, all for free. Just search Breakfast Club and grab your popcorn.